Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Book HQ. So today I'm going to be talking about A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. It is the fourth book in the Ember and the Ashes series. It's also the last book in the series. The first one is An Ember in the Ashes, and the second one is A Torch Against the Night, and the third one is A Reaper at the Gates, and the fourth one is this one, A Sky Beyond the Storm. I discovered Sabaa Tahir around about the time when I kind of decided to decolonize my bookshelf. At the same time I discovered Tahir Mafi, Nicola Yoon, Jenny Han, Mary Lou, like a lot of those kind of authors who we all know now. I really liked An Ember in the Ashes because each of the characters was very, very distinct. Like, she tells the story from the perspective of different characters, so each chapter is a different character's voice, and it's very distinct, and also each character is very complex. And I really liked the way each of the characters really evolved, from one book to the next. Laya goes from being kind of weak and downtrodden to being like this victorious, strong person. Not to say that she's without her flaws at all, but you see that very clearly from book to book. Elias goes from being a mask to an aspirant to the soul catcher to free from, any kind of imposition on his life. Helene Aquila goes from being a mask to an aspirant to the Bloodstrike to the Empress. In the first two books, we have their three voices. In the third book, we get the voice of the Nightbringer, who's the main antagonist, and he goes by three names. He's the Nightbringer. He started off as the Mecheria, which means the beloved, but then he was abandoned and betrayed, and so then he turned into this dark, evil creature, and so he then became the King of No Name and the Nightbringer. And we also see, in this book, we really, really get to see all of his backstory and understand him. And he's not really the kind of villain who I ever felt any real anger or hatred for. I felt some fear on behalf of the people who had to deal with him, but I never really felt oh, I hate him, Voldemort kind of hate. I felt that for Elias's mother, Caris Viturius, and I kind of we also really get her full backstory in this final book, but it didn't make me feel any less. It didn't make me feel any empathy for her, or she's less of a villain, basically. And I also kind of was sour that at the end she kind of gets redemption. I didn't think she deserved that, but okay, spoiler. It's a really, really good book. It's an excellent way to finish the book. I mean, this book series gave us so many really brilliant and relevant life mantras, always victorious, loyal to the end, where there is life, there is hope. It really was just a really very well written, it's a story that anyone can relate to. It's a story about overcoming. It's a story about resilience. It's a story about forgiveness, mercy, strength, courage. It's a really brilliant a story. The only thing I didn't like was that we didn't get enough happy endings. I mean, yeah, not everything is about happy endings, but I read books to escape the fact that the world is unjust and awful. And at the end of this book, I still felt like the world is unjust and awful. I got only one happy ending. So many people needlessly died. It kind of at one moment felt like Sabo was in a competition with J.K. Rowling, on how many people they can just kill off. You're getting a murder, you're getting a murder, you're getting a murder, and everybody's getting a murder. It was, I understand as it was explained to me why they were killed off, but I feel like they could have been left alive and still the plot would have advanced. But such is life. Anyway, it's a great book. I would give it a 2 thumbs up. And if you haven't read this book or any of the others in the series, go ahead and do so. You do not know what you're missing. And if you already have, leave me a comment in the comments below and let me know what you thought. So thanks for watching, and until next time, keep reading and keep watching. Bye-bye.